Yes, top of the morning. You know the vibes. You rocking out with yours truly. Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. This is the sauce experience. Um, programming. I'm gonna put some sauce out because I want to kill two birds with one stone, right? I wanted to do a live, but I also got some studying to do. So in the process of doing, me, I love to multitask, man. I want to knock out some reading, but I also want to give you a live stream. As you can see, this is called the money shot right here, right? That's the money shot. That's what you would call. That's what WCS would say was the money shot right here. So what I'm going to get to doing is, because it's time for me to go on my bag a little bit, right? Because I look at content creators, right? And, for various reasons, guys come on here with no stats. Yeah. Your stats and my stats aren't the same. The stats that you guys love to throw in my face do nothing for me, right? It really does. It does nothing for me because I'm into real life stats, right? And I'm only talking this because I'm gonna run down my thing. Hold on, let me get off of this, right? I just want to show you, pull something up, right? Like I said, the stats that I'm into, I'm gonna get my reading on while I do some programming today. You know, because I'm in the different type of stats, like the stats that you guys love to base what I do off of in comparison of me not being successful. As you can see, look, I did reach the 4,000 sub mark, right? Guess that's an accomplishment in the stats world, right? But I want to get to the content, right? Where is the content? These are the videos, right? I want to filter this to, oh man, to the views. Let's go to the views, right? Views. Why's it? Hey, I guess I gotta go over here and do this then. That's what we're gonna do some of this today. Your channel, right? Come over here. That's what we're gonna get into today. Mr. Kill two birds with one stone. Cause I need to get into some reading. YouTube is cool, but it's not what we are into. This is not our end game, right? What is going on? Hold on. This is not our end game, but we're gonna entertain y'all today with some source programming. Smash the like button, right? most popular, right? All right, here we go. So these are some of our more popular videos. Oh man, this is one of you guys' favorite right there. You know who that guy is? Do y'all know that guy right there? And by the way, I just seen his uncle. I just seen that guy right there, his uncle. That's Earl Spence. Just seen his uncle. Shout out to Tim. We was chopping it up. You know, I'll be around, man. You know, I'll be around. But I just seen that guy's uncle. We're gonna get to some programming. Because contrary to what you guys like to think of me on YouTube, I'm actually a successful businessman. I'm actually a successful heavy equipment operator. I'm actually a successful entrepreneur. And some would say somebody in boxing. I have been a part of a couple of deals. I currently work for fighters, work with fighters, amateur pros. I have a consulting service, you know, as well as a media company. So we're going to run through some of the things today, right? You know, today. Because a lot of times on YouTube, guys come on here and they don't support real boxing. And when I throw that in their face, they want to say I'm an asshole or they don't want to fuck with me. But like I said, I don't care if you guys do not fuck with me on YouTube. Because a lot of you YouTubers don't really deal with yourself. Because you want to deal with boxing, but you don't even have this right here. Stats like this. We're going to get to some of these today. Like I said, I got other studying to do, man. I'm a reader, man. I'm cutting into my reading time right now, you know, self-educated and shit, right? But I'm going to, you know, kill two birds with one stone, do a little programming, right? But I'm only doing this because I feel like somebody of my status, somebody of my level, it's always good to give back, right? I tried to give back, dropping gems as media, right? Telling guys things that I have done, even though they don't listen or want to act like they doing it like me or doing it better than me, whatever. Do some interviews and shit and do things, right? But now on the executive level, because I feel like I'm a young exec in the game now, right? Like I said, I've been a part of deals. I've done a lot of things behind the scenes. I have a consultant business now as well. So I feel the need to just share because that is a part of life. And in this book that I'm reading right here, this one, let me pull it over here. And I read a lot, right? This book right here is telling me, you know, discover the secrets. It's always good to share. So I think that now sharing media stuff, which I've always been doing since I've been on YouTube, but I think more importantly now, sharing. Because you guys will never get the executive type side. Like the young brother that jumped in my comments this morning. And I did a short on you. Support that short. You know, I tried to, that was a free consultation right there. You jump in my thing and you telling me, somebody who's been a part of deals, about logic. Let me explain this to you right now, young brother or old brother. I don't really know your age, but I'm going to explain it to you. If you're telling me, right, and I'm going to tell you what you are telling me to go back to school, maybe you should have never left school. Because if Devin Haney is receiving $6 million guaranteed, $6 million, but he was going to fight Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur Stevenson was going to get 25%. What is 25% of $6 million? Since, you know, I'm gonna break it down for you, man, because we're not even gonna say he was gonna get $8 million. In order for him to get $8 million, Devin Haney would have been receiving $24 million. But I just told you that Devin Haney is receiving $6 million guaranteed. $6 million. So half of $6 million, which is 50%, right? Look, break this down to you now. It's $3 million. So 25% of $6 million is $1.5 million. So 1.5 million, because Devin Haney's making 6 million guaranteed. Shakur would have got 1.5 million guaranteed. See, are you catching this sauce? Smash my like button. Look, this is free consultation right now. But this dude wanted to get in my thing and get at me. Brother, like I said, what do you do in boxing? What have you done in boxing? Continue to listen to guys that do absolutely nothing in boxing. They do nothing. They don't even do media. Do they do this right here? Look. Have they done this? That's Earl Spence Jr. right there. That is Earl Spence Jr. right there. I'm going to play these interviews, some of these interviews on here. That's Earl Spence Jr. right there. And that's me. This is another former world champion, Jose Zepeda, right? This is Keith Thurman. Rest in peace. This is Patrick Day. We can run down them. We can run down. Look, that's Raquel Miller. Is there anybody else of importance on here? This is what we're going to get to today. So Devin Haney is making $6 million. Shakur Stevenson would have made $1.5 million guaranteed if he would have took 25%. So all of the other shit that y'all talking, look, Tevin Farmer. Shout out to Elliot Ness, Mendez Boxing, Earl Spence again. Patrick Day, rest in peace, man. Beautiful dude. Shout out to my guy, Legendary Cut, man. He was on here a couple of weeks ago with me. Joe Villanueva, legend in the game. Fight nights at the Hula Theater. Derek James. Look at this. This is Derek James. Gary Russell Jr. Steven Torres. He's another PBC fighter. Any guy? This is what we're gonna get to. We'll play some of these, man. We will play some of these. Oh, shout out to Lost Arts in the building. Is that Q the God? What's going on, Q? If you're still in here, I see you. Smash the like button for me one time, brother. Doesn't cost you $1. So, if Shakur Stevenson, plus Devin Haney is fighting Regis, he's making $6 million guaranteed. So, brother, you're telling me somebody that has been in the game now, been in the game, that I'm wrong. How am I wrong if 25% of 6 million is 1.5 million? Is that correct? Is that correct? That 25% of 6 million is 1.5 million. So that's what Shakur would have received. 1.5 million. Because Devin Haney's receiving $6 million guaranteed. You're talking about I don't get into pay-per-view numbers. You know why? Because pay-per-view numbers ain't my thing. What I get into is guarantees and percentages and points, things like that. So if he's getting 6 million guaranteed, Shakur would have got 1.5 million. Where is this 8 million coming from? In order for him to have got 8 million, Devin Haney would have had to get 24 million guaranteed. Now, how are they going to get this type of money, $32 million fight, when you guys are on here saying that Shakur Stevenson doesn't sell? And last time I checked, Devin Haney, who is selling, right, at his home in Oakland, is only receiving $6 million guaranteed. Did I break y'all off right there with that? Well, let's get to what I want to do today. This is what I want to do today. I want to go to the library. Let me see. Your videos, yes. These are my videos. Oh, they're doing rather well today. All right, so we'll get to some of my videos, right? I'm gonna get to some of my content and let it roll off today. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. These are my shorts right here. I want to get to some of my shorts. This is an informative short right here. But they are looking at Anthony Joshua and Wally. I think hopefully I said that right. You know, I'm not good with the pronunciation. But also on the card will be Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. Now, this isn't the fight that we've been wanting to see for years on years on years. You know, we did want AJ and Wilder, but just to get Wilder back would be great. I'm waiting on to see some of the Wilder channels. You know, when I say Wilder channels, you know, LDBC promotion channels, guys that have tapped in with him to confirm this. Because you know how you guys always say, like, old media, Dan Raphael and Michael Benson are considered old media. So maybe when one of the new medias or, you know, so do you think it was maybe Frank Martin might have been the opponent? The fight would have sold a little better. Just saying, you know, questions, right? Because, you know, you get these YouTube gurus, you know, these YouTube promoters and managers and gurus that keep highlighting that Shakur's not selling. So maybe if you fought Frank Martin, would the fight have sold better? Those questions, right? But the ultimate question, though, is, you know, by you guys saying that he doesn't sell now, he's not a draw, does this take away from the Devin Haney fight or possible future fight with him and Devin Haney? Would investors, promoters, you know, well, Shakur has a Reebok deal. I'm pretty sure Reebok will be on board. But do you think in shuffle condition? So what do you have to say when, you know, Devin Haney says you're giving Regis jail workouts?
Well, guess what? The strongest athletes in the world are gymnasts, and all they do is push pull-ups. And if you want to call that jail, you call it jailhouse workout. I got a homeboy who was a business mogul, and all he does is push-ups, sit-ups, and all stuff like that. Workout actually came from the jailhouse. How about that shit? But every athlete, strong athlete, can use that. But it's the way you do. Thank you, Father Johnson. Thank you, buddy. Put a 25 down, baby. 25 down. That can go way up. It can go way down. So we doing it. Been working. Thank you again, Mr. Johnson. 25 down, baby. 30 down. 50 down. 60 down. 100 down. Let's see if Devin Haney can handle one of my workouts. He might need me after this.
Okay. I want to ask you. You know, we talk.
No, I gotta sue you because you was one of the first guys to interview me, man. I'm telling you, I am truly blessed to have you interviewing me because you trusted me and you believed in the things that I was doing. You put me on, bro, and I'll be forever grateful. So anytime you want to do an interview with me, I'm at your service, bro. No matter what, I don't give a fuck what's going on around me, who I'm dealing with. You my number one guy because you was the first one I did an interview with, other than Christine, out in the open like this, bro. Yeah. That's big. So salute to you, man. And I love you.
I appreciate you, man. That right there means a lot, man. Coming from you, like I said, a two-time. This is a two-time world champion trainer right here. But what I want to ask you is this, right? The news by Shanewz. So let's address the internet hater weirdo today. Um, when you have actual stats in boxing and you do actual things in boxing, and guys on the internet are scared to say your name, but you comment on their stuff and they want to throw a subliminal shot. So, brother, put in some actual real work in real life. Who cares about your views? Go to an actual fight, cover a fight. And maybe if I see you at an actual fight, then we can debate. Until then, get on my level. Show me some fighters you have worked with. Show me some fighters you have done business with and got deals for and other things. Until then, stay in a sucker's lane and do what suckers do. Hide behind YouTube views. Got in the news by Shanewz.
In spite of what anybody say, I do what I want. It's part of what I lost because I say it like it is, and I will continue to say it till the day I die. I'm 35 years old, fighting young men, and he was 25 years old, fighting old men. I can easily put him down, and I can even easily say, brother, in the back, he fought him. I mean, if you really want to get technical about the whole thing, Rocky couldn't carry my jock strap. And I appreciate if Jerry Lister and anybody else is trying to run a computer fight to put the truth in the machine and not some fantasy thing because people want a white hope. There will never be a white champion as long as black fighters fighting the way they are. If I hurt you back there, Sonny, is your name Sonny? Peter, if I hurt your feelings back there, so fucking what? Wait, hold it. This is my show.
So what? If the Sauce experience hurts your feelings, so effing what?
He might be dead. Now, if it wasn't for me, Peter, if it wasn't for me, you would have never would have been invited to Caesar Palace where all your expenses are paid. No. Trace me true. You can go back to Boston and wherever you come from with Steve Moran and all the other people in Boston that I think is all racist and shove Boston up your ass. You know, that's how I feel. Because you could never do what I have done.
Never, man. Put some respect on the Sauce experience, God damn it. Never. And if my content of me coming on here talking on boxing and things that I have done and living and continue to do offend you, so fucking what? Shout out to the OG, Larry Holmes, man. Definitely and digging that, brother. Y'all don't like boxing, man. Please. Don't talk to me about boxing no more, man.
You just listen once I get going.
I didn't tell you. Go. Joe, family that. Y'all can't let y'all see all the prospects, man. I know how y'all move now. I know how y'all move now, man. I can't let y'all see all the goods. You know? I can't let y'all see all the goods, right? But I know how a lot of y'all moving. I know how a lot of y'all moving. I'm not showing y'all all the goods. See? Y'all listen. Y'all was fucking with them marks. Y'all was messing with them marks, man. Go get my coffee. I left my coffee. Where's your jacket at? Huh? Go get your... Number one rank right there. We getting ready. We getting ready, man. December number 4. Number 4, goddammit. Number 4. Peace, Bam Bam. Number 4, goddammit. We getting ready. The news by Shanewz. Man, we have to stop this. We have to stop letting content creators come out here with hidden agendas and false narratives. Didn't we just witness this with the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, where instead of building the fight up, we basically built up one fighter and tried to tear down the other fighter, only for that fighter to end up tearing down the fighter that was built up on YouTube. So I see this taking place once again before my eyes with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. December 9th, pay-per-view sales is what's really going to matter for Devin Haney. This guy, look at his face. Ticket sales, made-up chart that you got up, but hey, what do I know? Got him! Pay-per-view sales. Push. Yeah, word's born. I'm waiting for my equipment to come in. I'm about to start training fighters for real, son. Word is born. My bodysuit and my mid pads and shit. When I get my shit, I'm really gonna start training these fighters for real, man. I know I'll be on the internet just running my gums and just, you know, I ain't did shit yet. But listen, word is born, man. When I get my bodysuit and my mitts and all that, I'm about to start training fighters for real. You know the vibes. But hey. Fuck too high now. Got it. God knows, there he is. D'Angelo Evans, aka Muscle, will be tying in with him tomorrow on the Source Talk. Just recently inked this deal with Wise Album Boxing. definitely come through. Have your questions on that. The news by Shanewz. What's this? Did Jahan Tucker just announced the December 9th ring return? Inquiring minds want to know. But hey, what do I know? The new. Yeah, we just run through some source, man. Cause I'm trying to do programming as well as a little reading. Man. Different things today. A little vintage sauce. Just a little something. Little something on a Sunday morning, man. Get you guys through. Damn, yo, T, you still in here? You at work, T? If you still in here, T, let me know, man. I'll send you the link, man. You can pop up and take over the show, man. You can take over the show. You can take over the show, T.
This automatic pet feeder from TikTok Shop is such a lifesaver.
The news by Shanewz. The news by Shanewz. Love being a media marketing agent. There he is, undefeated last 2 years, national tournaments, #1 ranked, Jamali Tucker. I hate to say it and always come off as the guy that says, hey, I told you so, but what do I know? Then I'll tell you about Marley. It's not too late to jump on board. 14 years old, 3-time defending national champion, ready to defend his crown in December in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're on our way. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. $1 million Marley, Jamali Tucker. A stock you definitely should invest in. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. There he is, the LeBron Dawn, who is Jihad Tucker, still looking the part, sharp, slick. Swimming don't get wet. Now, as the media marketing agent, I noticed a lot of you guys jumped off the wave. But don't worry, that's my job to pay attention to that. Big things are right around the corner. And I know a lot of you guys are trying to jump back on the wave. But just know, yesterday's price ain't today's price. And when you jump off the wave, you can't always get back on the way. This is the Source Experience. Team Tucker, still marching on all you suckers. You know the vibes. I holla. Yo, did I tell y'all, man, right? The 7th, Jahad Tucker's back. Man, it feels good to be a brother that does this. Damn, it feels good to be a brother that does this, man. I do this, damn it. How about y'all, man? But y'all was worrying about my views, god damn it. Because y'all are confused.
I'm Ted, and this is my gift for the big brother. One year we wore the mullets to the game. I knew I was going to Lids to get a hat personalized with the Mullet Brothers. I'm Ted, and I found a perfect gift at Lids.
The news by Shanewz. Yo, Kill Out. I just want to say I appreciate you, Cam. You know, taking it to your platform and dropping that. You know, because a lot of times when smaller channels, unpopular pigs say things, they like to try to mute our mic and blackball us. Salute, Cam. You know the vibes. Living the nine, stayed in the projects. Got it.
Cholo, you fucking sold us out. You said you did it for the culture. What culture? The track culture, nigga? You was running the whole fucking fight. We seen it. And then you was looking scared.
He ran all fight.
And no shout out to Derek James.
Nah.
Niggas leaving you, bro. You gotta do something fast.
You got one more fighter to go out that way, and then
You all your big fights, pause, you going outside. That gym gonna be empty soon. You better do something fast, nigga. Top 2 fighters lost. He trash at this point. Nobody give a fuck about that, nigga. Look, I don't know how you won coach of the year, trainer of the year, whatever the fuck he
trainer
was.
of the year.
That nigga's garbage. So I'm looking at his face, and you could see what we seen on the instant replay. When the punches was coming his way in slow motion, he was scared. That nigga was scared.
This nigga's scared.
Embarrassing. And you saw this. Come on, bro.
Charlo, can we get our $89
back?
Please.
Who said that?
Who
said that? Refund. Refund, goddammit. Refund. Shout out to Cam and Mace, though. Appreciate you, good brothers. Appreciate you, good brothers, man. Man, appreciate y'all, man. Man, appreciate you guys, man. You know. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, good brothers, man. The news by Shanewz. Notice Derek James in the background, walk away. It was at this point when his fighter spoke of a name that gave him a flashback to the T-Mobile massacre. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, I know he's somewhere around the joint. Yeah. I'll fight Terrence Crawford. Yeah, let him fight Earl Spence or whatever they got going on. Get that out the way. I'm waiting. I'm about to get back right in training. Tell him don't worry about it.
News by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know? Got it. Man, if you don't shut that shit up, talking about you want to fight Crawford. Talking about you want to fight Terrence Crawford. Man, if you don't knock that knucklehead shit out, man. If you don't knock that knucklehead shit out. Well, let's drop some more gems.
It's now that we've made travel so expensive, we have this hotel to ourselves. How'd you get here?
Kayak. They compared hundreds of travel sites to find a great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
Kayak. Search one and done.
The news by Shanewz. So in a recent interview, a reporter asked Bob Arum in regards to Shakur Stevenson having to go to the PBC to get big fights. Bob replies, "We have the money. We control most of the money. Money is power." I just wanted to get some of your thoughts on that. And he did reference how they did just make the big fight with Tyson Fury and Usyk. But hey, what do I know?
He inevitably has to go to TBC to make it.
He doesn't have to go to TBC because we control a lot of the money now. As you can see by the fight in Saudi Arabia. And money makes the world go around in boxing.
The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know? Man, money makes the world go around in boxing. So if they control a lot of the money, I know I heard content creators over here saying he should go to Mayweather Promotions. They looking for the money, ain't they? Last time I checked, man. Last time I checked, man. It's three of y'all up in here, man. Ain't Mayweather Promotions and Al Heyman and those guys over there looking for the money, right? So why would a fighter who was around the money, and you heard what Bob said, money controls the boxing. So you're going to leave where the money is at to go sign somewhere where, apparently they don't have a network in place. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors over there. But if you listen to these guys who have actually never done anything in boxing other than come on here and tell you about how many views they got is making them successful, how many deals have you brokered that really make you successful? How many endorsements have you got, sponsorships? How many? Forget it. I'm talking terms that motherfuckers don't understand. They only understand, views and likes. That's sorry. It's I get it now. I speak a foreign language. I speak a foreign language, man. Sometimes, when you know a thing or two, you just don't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? You don't make sense. The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. Vintage backstage at the Barclays Center with the PBC boys. You see a lot of familiar faces. You see a lot of media members that no longer carry the torch. Myself, Showtime Shanewz Media Productions, never wanted to be a part of this. This reminds me of a paparazzi boxing gone wrong, fighters intoxicated, media members with their phone out like the paparazzi. If you look at some of the fighters that are in this, where are they now? How did their careers turn out? Just dwell on some of those things. But hey, what do I know?
Everything big in Texas.
Man, everything big in Texas, right? Both of those two Texas champions done got washed up. Man, but everything was bigger in Texas. Man, the news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know? Gone. See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all when it pertains to Marley Tucker, Weapon X. He's way ahead of the curve. See the work with Richard Comey.
Tabloids, they've all been in your personal business. But the people do want to know, do you actually rent with Hertz?
Yes. I love Hertz.
Oh,
yes.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Love Hertz.
Love Hertz.
Frank Martin takes to YouTube with a soft response. You know the vibe. So Frank Martin finally popped his head out and did an interview with the Queens of the Ring on YouTube. But the ironic thing about this interview is the money. Frank kept saying the money. But Frank also told us in the interview that he agreed to the terms. But why agree if the money was funny? And to add, Blue Blood Sports TV interviewed Bob Arum. Bob Arum said they gave you everything you asked for. Not to mention $8 million for Shakur and Devin. You're still standing on that? That's not a $32 million fight, Frank. Come on, Frank. Do better next time. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know?
What do I know? What do he know? Yeah, let's get it. Come on.
Yes, remember I was telling y'all about that. Back to that again. Since I want to keep you guys in somewhat of the loop. Shakur Stevenson is being paid $6 million guaranteed. Frank Martin was set to make $1 million, right? To fight Shakur. If Shakur would have took the Devin Haney fight at 25%, Shakur would have made $1.5 million. So Frank Martin, remember, give y'all the game a little bit behind the scenes. Walked away from a fight, and he kept saying that Shakur turned down the 25%. Shakur turned down $1.5 million because if Devin's making $6 million, right? $6 million, that's what he's making for the Regis fight. 25% of $6 million is what? $1.5 million. You're comparing your situation to his, right? You and Shakur Stevenson, let's, executive talk now, right? Are fighting for one belt. One belt, a vacant belt. You was going to get your highest payday, $1 million. But the money was funny. Now, Shakur Stevenson is going to fight for Undisputed for $1.5 million. And he said the money was funny. Is the money funny at $1.5 million for Undisputed? Or is the money funny for $1 million in a vacant belt? It's 4 y'all in here, man. Somebody. We try to, give insight. Boxing insight over here. $1.5 million for Undisputed or $1 million for a vacant belt. Which of those is funny money? Come on now. That's simple. Simple mathematics there I just broke down to you. $1.5 million for Undisputed or $1 million for one belt. Which is funny money? Which is funny money? Which is the funnier money? Which is the funnier money? The news by Shanewz. Let that soak in, and we'll move on a little bit more. We will move on. That's a fact, see. He was going to get beat up. Now, we all seen the T-Mobile massacre July 29th. A lot of fans are still emotional about the results and the outcome. You see it in their lives, and you still see it in some of their videos that they are producing. The important part is that Earl Spence has activated the rematch, and it's looking like we will get that fight sometime later this year. But what I want fans to reflect on is that regardless of the videos you continue to surface on why this and why that, it's over with. It happened. The rematch, Earl Spence has a chance to erase this. Well, he can't erase it, which a lot of you guys wish he could. But he can redeem himself. But hey, what do I know? This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know? Like, share, and subscribe. You know the vibes. We are working.
Hey, what do I know? Got him.
Yes, got him. But yeah, back to what I was just breaking down, man. Which is the fun of your money, though, man? Which is the fun of your money, man? Is it the $1.5 million for Undisputed, or $1 million to fight for a vacant belt? $1 million to fight for a vacant belt. It's not a bad offer. When in fact, when you think about fighting for Undisputed for 25%, and you're only going to receive 1.5 million, right? 1.5 million for Undisputed, right? See, a lot of times when dudes get handed slave deals, they want to hand them out to others. It's the Michael Bivens, New Edition mentality. Remember, New Edition was signed to a promotion, production deal, and Michael Bivens Intel did that to Boyz II Men and many other artists that he ended up signing. Same thing goes on in boxing now, as you can see. But it is what it is, right? Let's get to a little bit more. Sticking to the topic, man. Smash the like button for me one time. Appreciate you.
So a lot of people on social media have been speculating as to why the Frank Warren fight fell through, and that they was only hearing from ESPN. So now you get an interview from Showtime's Brian Custer Last Stand, where Shakur pretty much said that Frank Warren got cold feet. Frank Warren, please stand up and come out and give his side? Or do we still have to say that ESPN is lying? Now Shakur Stevenson is lying, and Brian Custer doing this interview allow Shakur Stevens to lie? Or will Frank Warren come out and give his side? This is the Source Experience. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. This is the Source Experience.
Now, I want y'all to catch this, right? Shakur Stevenson went on Brian Custer. He won on $1 million worth of game. He went on major platforms and aired out what took place. Where did Frank Martin go, man? And this is no shout, no slight to the girls, the ladies doing their thing. But he went to the Queens of the Ring. Why didn't Man Down Promotions, PBC, get him on Brian Custer's podcast? Why didn't he go on $1 million worth of game to debunk a lot of things that was put out? You know why they didn't? And I'm going to tell you why they didn't. And a lot of you guys need to start waking up and realizing the shit that is going on, been going on. The reason why he had to go to YouTube to the Queens of the Ring is because he's a goofball. He's an asshole. he turned and walked away from a fight. They don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say. They negotiated a fight for you that you agreed upon. And then you walked away from it for whatever reason. So they don't want to hear shit that you got to say because they wanted you to take the fight. But you want a little extra. What was that he said? Can I get a little with a little bit and a little bit But they're not feeling you, Frank. They wasn't feeling you. That's why you had to go over there to the girls and pillow talk and crunch on some ice. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz.
Can we be done with everybody else but Terrence Crawford? Can we just do Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford?
I mean, that could happen. We gotta see how it goes. But like I said, I can go to 160 and fight Canelo Alvarez.
This is the news by Shanewz. It's funny how people always forget. Just a while ago, that was Errol Spence's plan to move up and fight Canelo. Now that he has lost to Crawford, a lot of people don't want to see Crawford move up and fight Canelo. It's funny how the tables have turned. When as the source, Showtime Shanewz Media content creator, I think it's important that we pull up receipts and remind the fans of how it was. Don't switch up now that Crawford's trying to do the same thing that Spence was. But hey, what do I know? This is the Source Experience. Man, y'all remember that though, man? Y'all remember that, man? I do. I remember all of that though, man. And now that Terrence wants to do some of these same things, man. The news by Shanewz, right? This is just programming today. I'm just programming because I'm trying to read. I didn't really want to come on and do a whole joint out live, but I think I have enough content just to do a live, right? But do y'all remember that when Errol Spence, that was his plan. That was Chris Maddox. See, I report. I have a media company. I'm also a consultant. I do other things, man. I don't base my life off of YouTube views, right? I don't. Because like I said, a lot of these popular YouTubers, like Larry Holmes said, they can't tie my shoes, bro. They can't. We can go media stat for stat, and they can't really fuck with me. They can't, right? But this is media shit right now, right? Y'all remember when that was Errol Spence's move, man. Shout out to his uncle. I just seen his uncle, man. I think I'm gonna put out some information in regards to Errol Spence, but I won't put it out. I'll leak it out. I'll let some sources put it out. I got some good information on some stuff for Errol Spence, right? But yeah, man, remember that was his move, man. Shout out to LaJessica in the building. Appreciate you. Smash the like button. Let them know the source is rocking with insider information. Yeah, this is real insider information over here, man. But we just going into the vote, man. So remember when Shakur violated Frank Martin and I was on here just killing him, right? Remember I was killing him and people were saying, damn, why you going at Frank so hard? It's because I knew, like, Frank walked away from a deal that was in place. That's why they didn't want Brian Custer to talk to him. That's why he wasn't on $1 million worth of game. Because listen, if you know, right? He is promoted by Errol Spence, right? Errol Spence is his promoter. Man down promotion. You don't think Errol Spence can call up Gillian Wallow or Brian Custer or people like that and say, hey, can you interview Frank Martin, let him get his side out? They didn't do that. Why? Why wasn't that done? You know why that wasn't done? Because respectfully, and I was killing Frank Martin for this. Frank Martin did a bonehead move. He walked away from funny money, $1 million. Meanwhile, he was getting paid $2.75 million. No, my bad. He was getting paid $250,000. It was his highest payday, right? $250,000, maybe $275,000. But yet he said that what Shakur was getting paid was unfair. And he said Shakur walked away from $8 million from Devin Haney. And when in actuality, Shakur walked away from $1.5 million. Devin Haney's making $6 million guaranteed. So, Frank, when he violated you like this, I feel it was rightfully so.
And all the time, you so eager to fight, but it's like every time a fight pop up, it disappears.
Cause niggas is pussy.
What happened with Frank Martin?
He pussy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That nigga's a straight bitch. I've never seen nobody more bitch made than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is the most bitchest nigga in the world. Like, I done DM this. Mind you, I would never had that thought if I didn't have a DM conversation with the nigga. I talked to this nigga on the DMs. I explained this man, look, this is how much money the fight is. Me and you're not that big of a name, bro. You can bring nothing to the table. I'm the name. Yeah. So this how much the fight is worth. This man sat there in the DMs after I told him, look, I'm getting this much, you get this much. He tried to act like it wasn't 25%, but it is.
Yo, I'm done, man. Yo, Frank, man. He says you was a straight bitch.
Man. So maybe it was fair for him to say that, man. Because I don't know, man. Yo, Frank, man, listen. What's going on with your situation? Ryan's fighting next month, December. When are you fighting? You know, you was over there with the girls, and you know, are you on the Minneapolis card the following week? What is it, the 16th? Are you on that card, Frank? I know some recent videos surfaced of you sparring with I believe, you know, Ryan Garcia and the other man down promotion fighter that they signed. Hopefully Ryan's taking care of you. Most likely he's probably taking care of you, paying you to be a sparring partner and shit like that. But when are you fighting though, Frank? When are you fighting? What's going on with your situation? Maybe the girls can get you back over there, you know, and follow up. You heard? Follow up, my guy. You know, well, we need answers, man. Cause you jumped out there and you was crunching on ice, and you know you was gossiping with the girls. You was having a good old time. You was like what we like to call a chatty patty. You know, the girls they was gassing you. You know, you was in the beauty parlor with the women. They was gassing you. You was showing all your teeth. You was excited. You wanted a little right? So when are you getting that Frank? When are you getting that You know, when are you getting that Frank? That's what we want to know, Frank. You know, we want to know when you're getting that When are the girls? You know, when are the girls getting you back over there so you can give us a little bit more of that
The Frank Martin situation. So if you look at this, it says that a manager is actually your employee. You pay your manager to manage things in your career for you, usually about 15 to 30%. Okay. So in Frank Martin's situation, he was granted a purse of $1.5 million that he had to pay a manager 15 to 30%, and Al Heyman then cut an additional percentage, whatever it could be, to TGB promotion as well as Man Down promotion. So yes, we can see why the money might have been a little short. But hey, what do I know? This is the Source Experience.
Yeah, did y'all just catch that breakdown that I gave y'all? Did y'all catch that breakdown, right? with the numbers and percentage, right? Maybe that's why he wanted more money, right? Did y'all catch that? Damn, that was a month ago. I broke that down like that. That was a month. Wow, that was a month ago that I broke that down like that. A month. But hey, what do I know? That was a month ago that I said that maybe that's why the money was funny. Because he's paying, what, 2 promoters, a manager. All right? A month ago I said that. But yeah, you got people that, they talk down to me. They talk about me. They say I talk too much. But maybe I'm talking about stuff that I actually know about. Right? Yeah, did I ever really dwell on any of you guys? Yeah, we all talk boxing every day. But what have some of y'all done in boxing? I know a lot of y'all haven't done shit as media in boxing. Nothing at all as media in boxing, right? But yet, you question people that not only have done media work, but also have done other things. I don't get that, man. Only on the YTC, man. And then you guys have the audacity to do a lot of these things and feel comfortable doing it because you say, oh, you don't do views. No, I do deals. I'm a part of a team, right? I'm a part of a team. But what do you guys actually do other than views? Other than views, man. I'm just saying. I get confused, man. I get confused because a lot of the times, right? You guys, check this out. This is 2 months ago, right? I want y'all to hear this right here. Look, 2 months ago. Watch this. Watch this. There's 2 of y'all in here, man. Somebody take this and run back with it. 2 months ago. Top of the morning, the vibes is the Source Experience, Shanewz. So yesterday, it broke that Earl Spence would be exercising and activating his rematch clause with Terrence Crawford at 154. Now, the Source Experience has sources. So when that news broke, I reached out to some of my sources at the IBF, and I was informed that allegedly now with this fight taking place, that this man, Mr. Boots Ennis, will be awarded the IBF belt, being that he is already the IBF interim champion. Now I know his family, father, brothers, they would have rather have fought for the belt, but nonetheless, let's see what takes place. This is the Source Experience. The new. Yeah, look, I'm gonna play that back one more time, right? That was 2 months ago. 2 months ago. Today is what? November 12th? November 12th. September 12th. 9/11, you might as well say. 9/11. I said that. That's what I reported, right? I'll play it one more time for y'all, man. What just happened past few days? But hey, what do I know? Got it.
The brand new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters. There's Cartman.
Top of the morning, the vibes is the Source Experience, Shanewz. So yesterday, it broke that Earl Spence would be exercising and activating his rematch clause with Terrence Crawford at 154. Now, the Source Experience has sources. So when that news broke, I reached out to some of my sources at the IBF, and I was informed that allegedly now with this fight taking place, that this man, Mr. Boots Ennis, will be awarded the IBF belt, being that he is already the IBF interim champion. Now I know his family, father, brothers, they would have rather have fought for the belt, but nonetheless, let's see what takes place. This is the Source Experience, the news with Shanewz. You know the vibes. Holla. Man, so 2 months ago, it's no surprise to me that Jaron Ennis was upgraded to the champion. Maybe the deal. And we seen Bozy come out and say that he knew, right, this was going to happen. But see, you guys don't listen to the gems that get put out sometimes. 2 months ago, I spoke on this. 2 months ago. 328 people watched it, listened to it. But 2 months ago, I told y'all what was in play. But hey, what do I know, man? Yeah, what do I know, man? But shout out to the new IBF champion, Jaron Boots Ennis. You know, shout out to him. Toby, what's up, brother? Well, you know, my source just leaked the information to me that the fight is going down now. Wait a second, let me check my Twitter feed. All right, so all I gotta do is just report what I see on Twitter or Instagram, and these guys will believe it. Man, that makes me an insider. All right, if that's all I gotta do, gotcha. So my sources, the tweet was, whatever. Just know that the fight is going to happen around July, or maybe August, or maybe September. So what? I was wrong. The fight's still going to happen, right? When they make the deals, I will report it riding around in my wheels. The #1 boxing insider. You know the vibes. Janky Promotions. Yo, stop listening to these guys that have done nothing in boxing. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. But like I said, man, I'm not surprised that broke. You know, I'm not, especially since, like I said, the IBF said they was going to do this, right? But you guys don't pay attention to the plays that go on. You're too busy on Twitter and Instagram and gossiping and, just, what it is, man. That's human nature of boxing content creators and guys on the YTC. But remember this, right? I think this, since, it's programming, Sunday programming over here with the Source Experience. You remember when Shakur, I think a major reason why Shakur and Devin and, Bill, has the crash dummies going at Shakur so hard and things of that nature. And, a lot of these guys are doing a lot of things that Bill has came at Ellie setback for, right? But it's cool for these guys to do the shit to Shakur. But I think it all started right here.
Some families you're born into, some find each other instead over morning games. celebrating the wins, and knowing that every day is better together. Pure Life. Refreshing every moment together.
You know what I'm saying? The first thing that I don't even know how it happened because we thought that we was getting points. You dig what I mean? Because Core is a Olympic Core always then got in on that nigga where you tripping. You niggas, y'all, nigga, the whole shit started because it was live that we're in there with Core. Not Core is getting out on us. Like he's the big nigga, he's the big on. And this shit was never. We would always, nigga, first the gap was like this. The gap got closer and all that. If you got off any record, it was a plus. If you just had a good day, that's how it was. All the way up until now, bro. That's why I told you, I said, inside the weight classes, when we moving, just like niggas is moving now, brother, if it's too hot at 30, we already ready to go to 40, bro.
Nah, come on, son.
Y'all remember that, man? I think that's where it started. That's why a lot of LDBC promotion channels and things are mad, right? But let's clear up the air, right? That was Trill Bill. That was the video that got leaked, right? But ever since that video, the YTC Crash Dummies, right? They wanted Shakur Stevenson to be a snitch. I just played that audio. Trill Bill, I know that's his name. Maybe they, allege he came up in the streets and all that, but we're not talking about street shit. Was that a drug transaction? Was there a legal action going on? There's 5 y'all in here, man. Feel free. Don't be scared. Come on, this is boxing talk, man. This is the news by Shanewz. Was there any illegal activities talking going on right there? What I heard was Bill basically trying to, do what he does, pimpish, run off with the, nice with the tongue and all that. Woo Shakur, right? As to why a certain video got put out and things were leaked out. But I didn't hear no illegal activity being mentioned as far as like stuff that will get you jammed up and arrested. But yet after that video dropped, and I think Bill might have went on the Boxing Voice and other channels that dudes is the dude. Shake that ass, girl, shake that ass. They do anything, right? They want to say that Shakur Stevenson was a snitch. I'm still waiting to report on it that Bill Haney was arrested for the video, but I haven't seen no news articles, none. But yeah, Shakur was a snitch because of this video. Are y'all catching the sauce this morning? Man, regular program. But yeah, he was a snitch. See, content creators, dudes talk boxing every day, B. That's what it sounded like to me. They was talking boxing every day, B. And I think the video depicted Bill basically copping the plea. Where I'm from, that's what we call copping the plea. You're trying to explain some shit. He was trying to explain some shit that was already put out that didn't go with the shit that was put out. But when it came out and he was looking like that, all of a sudden they want to defame Shakur's character. But by all means, this is the internet. Do what you do. But since this video and all that shit has came out, and Shakur Stevenson's fight hasn't sold, and he's fighting this Thursday for the vacant title, he also has secured a Reebok deal. So shout out to you, Shakur. And hopefully someday some of the fighters that I'm with and work for, they can get these snitch jackets thrown on them, and we can get a lucrative endorsement deal like that. And shout out to whoever was a part of that, man. I was talking with some people behind the scenes. I was like, I wonder what 5% of that deal was like. But hey, what do I know?
show for you. All right? You get a chance, counter that fucking jab over your fucking top.
Man, let it marinate. What did I say in my video? When you guys were worrying about me looking like Beetlejuice. What did I say in my video? When you was worried about me looking like Beetlejuice. Now that it has played out, I think you owe Beetlejuice Boxing an apology. Not only do you owe me an apology, I told you back then, and I will say it again in this video. Got him. Did y'all catch that, man? Did y'all catch that? Hold on, man. Did y'all catch that? Let me play that one more time, man. You know, sometimes you gotta give yourself your flowers, man. Sometimes you gotta give yourself your flowers. Did y'all catch that?
Fucking show for you. All right? You get a chance, counter that fucking jab over your fucking top.
Man, let it marinate. What did I say in my video? When you guys were worrying about me looking like Beetlejuice. What did I say in my video? When you was worried about me looking like Beetlejuice. Now that it has played out, I think you owe Beetlejuice Boxing an apology. Not only do you owe me an apology, I told you back then, and I will say it again in this video. Got him. Man, how did that play out though, man? And shout out to EJ. I just seen his uncle. He was chopping it up. Man, I just seen it, man. You know, I just seen the fella. Man, let's get to this one though, man. You know, it's Sunday programming, man. We got content over here, man. Sunday programming.
Crawford got 10 knockouts in a row, but Spence looks like the heavy-handed natural.
10 knockouts in a row against who? 10 knockouts in a row against who? From the looks of your face, you was on the verge of being number 11. We all seen how that played out. 10 knockouts in a row against who? Make it 11. Now against you and your fighter. But hey, what do I know? If looks can tell the story. Got it. 10 knockouts in a row against who? Remember that? 10 knockouts in a row against who? That was 10 knockouts in a row against you. Make it 11. Shout out to Shanewz Crawford and his team, and Bo Mac and the guys. You know the vibes, the guys. You know the vibes, the guys, man. It's the guys. You know? The vibes. The news by Shanewz. Yeah, y'all remember this right here? Yeah, y'all remember that? Hold on, man. I just be looking at the desk, man. It's a lot going on. I just be looking at the desk, man. I remember this right here when I gave y'all this. Look. When you get DP and kicked off the set, told you not to join that gang. Got it. Yeah, I remember that, man. I told that boy, man. He didn't want to listen to me, man. He was still upset with me. Maybe he was upset because I no longer want to work with him. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though, man.
Gonna either make a lot of people rich, or he gonna get stopped.
You all seen how it played out, right? Got it.
Yeah, you heard that was the Earl Spence breakdown. He said he was going to make either a lot of people rich or lose a lot of people money. A lot of people lost money, man. A lot of people lost money, right? Not only did they lose money, right? Some of these guys are hiding out on YouTube. You know, from what I'm hearing, they've been hiding because they still owe money. We're in November. That fight was at the end of July. They still have yet to pay certain people their money. Unbelievable. You know, I just don't get it. You know, man, another gem right here, man. I sometimes I forget all these gems that's on here. Look. Zaga. Yes, I'm out here on my pilgrimage in this 5 miles in, right? And it just dawned on me, right? A lot of Earl Spence's fake fans knew he was going off the path, not doing the right things, but yet you said nothing or you did this. You turned the other cheek and act like you didn't know what was going down. Not only are you a coward, you're not a real fan supporter of him. Because if you was a real fan or supporter of his, when he was moving funny, you would have put your foot in his ass and told him, straighten up and fly right. You know the vibes. Zaga, yaga, ahala. Yeah, that was, man, that was 2 months ago too. Shout out to myself, man. I was just chopping with Earl Spence's uncle. That's my guy, man, from the turf. I mean, and he was kicking it. And I just want to share something, right? I remember when he had a situation, you know, he got jammed up back in the day, man, but he's home now. And he did a lot of time. And we was, you know, reminiscing on that, right? And he was saying how, you know, when he got jammed up, how they wanted people to turn their back on him, right? Real talk. That's how it always did it. You know, if you know what I'm speaking on, you know what I'm speaking on. But he was like, you know, basically saying how certain people stayed the course and stayed down and was, you know, you know, a lot of times when you are somebody that is official, right? I don't like to use solid and real because solid and real is the new fake, right? It's fragile. But when you're official and somebody is fucking up and you're official, it's your job as an official, whatever, friend, family member to be like, yo, dude, you're fucking up. What are you doing? But when you're not official, right, and you're not a real supporter or down for the cause, you will, like I said, turn the other way. Act like they're not moving funny or doing bozo activity. But it is what it is, man. And hopefully y'all caught that source right there. But let's get to this, man. Shout out to my guy. Tell me if y'all know who this guy is right here.
The first round, this cat, what's your last name, Tucker? First round, my man Tucker. I was like, oh, this kid was supposed to get mollywopped, right?
Yeah.
And then he showed me he was like that. I was like, oh man, this kid can fight like slim motherfucker be in the gym.
I appreciate you, my guy. You know the vibe. Hey, you know this guy right here? You know this guy? You know this guy right here?
Where you at, Butch?
Hey.
I'm gonna see you next week in Newark. No?
That's right. That's right.
Next week.
That's right.
I heard you say you kick my ass.
Man, shout out to Mark Kriegel. Y'all probably didn't know who that was. And shout out to the fan supporter that big Jihad Tucker up after one of our, spectacular performances. But hey, what do I know? The nobody that's doing somebody thing, that is doing somebody things. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this programming. This epic sauce, right? This is some epic sauce right here, man. It's always a beautiful transition to just to be a part. Shout out to WCS, man. I was looking for this. I had the privilege. I gotta do this the correct way. I had the privilege of being a part of an interview, not on my own, but when you do interviews and guys that are one thing I could say about World Combat Sports, Scotty White, formerly that's his name, WCS on this internet, he allowed me to interview Rick Glacier with him. And I remember the first time he asked me to do it, I was, I do a million things. I couldn't get on that day, right? But I asked Rick a question because I unlike a lot of these other YouTubers, content creators, the things that Rick Glacier has done in the sport of boxing, I aspire to do some of these things. I'm doing some, but not. Rick got 33 years in the game, right? So I remember the first time I was able to ask the question to him, but it was like in the chat. But this time I was able to, actually chop it up with him and talk with him. And I wanted to know, because it's always like whenever, see these YouTubers on here, like I said, don't do shit in boxing, never have done nothing in boxing. Rick has done some things, matchmaking, working behind the scenes for Paul Spadafora, been a part of deals. So anytime you could pick somebody's brain and ask guys like that these type of questions, it's always excellent information. So I wanted for Rick to run down his resume, because a lot of times, you get internet weirdos, right? That, like I said, have done absolutely nothing in boxing other than have a YouTube channel and have a whole bunch of other internet weirdos listening to them, and they feel that they deem that makes them credible. But listen to Rick's resume.
The big 90s. I worked with a whole bunch of fighters. I mean, Simon Brown hooked him up with the world title, with the eliminator with Ruben Bell, and then got title shot with Bernard Hopkins. He didn't win, but that's not my fault. I can only make a good deal for somebody and a deal with somebody, period. I can't fight for them. I can fight for them with a pen in my mouth. I can't fight for them with boxing gloves at. Like I tell people all the time, people say, "Oh, you never had gloves at." I says, "No." I said, "I have had gloves. I have winter gloves. I live in Buffalo." Sticking with Paul.
Yeah, it's the Rafter Boys. We at it again. We got a little twist for you this time.
Got a twist. It is twist. You already know. Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. Top rank. Man, frontliners.
Yeah.
Come on.
Real frontliners tonight. You ain't going to want to miss it. Holla.
Hey guys, this is Tiana the Top Rank Knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Tech.
Thank you. You know the vibes. Yes, that was Rick Glacier, man. Rick, shout out to Slick Rick the Ruler. Well, listen to Rick right here. More Rick via World Combat Sports, Scotty White. You know the vibes.
was his boss.
Okay.
What you guys want to know?
Rick, what do you have to say about the Haymanites and the Twitter heads that say you have a personal vendetta against Al Heyman?
I do. It's not a secret. I did it. What do you mean? I didn't know that was in question. The guy's an asshole. He's a fucking jerk off and an asshole. He's arrogant. Fuck him. I'm a real person. He's not. He's hiding.
Well, that clears that up. You know what I'm saying? No one ever asked.
I didn't even know that was in dispute. I don't like the guy. Okay, but when he does do something good for boxing, I will come out on Twitter and say, hey, this is a great fight. Buy this pay-per-view. Just like I said about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, just like I said about Spence and Crawford, this is the fight you buy. If he does something good for boxing, I'll identify it. The problem is he does so little good for boxing that it's hard to identify anything that I can compliment him on.
Correct.
Yeah, see, don't hate the players, hate the game. That was Rick being honest, right? And you see, I gave him a real question. I said, yo, they say you got a thing against Al Heyman. What did he do? He didn't hide from it. He said, I do. He's an asshole. He hides. But when he does do something good for the sport, I mention it. But shout out to Rick Glacier. And more importantly, shout out to my man WCF for allowing me to be a part of that, man. History right there, man. You know, I got to pick Rick's brain, man. You know, ask Rick a couple of questions, you know, and it was good. It was definitely dope to you know, be a part of that, man. Because like I said, Rick got 33 years of experience. I got a little over, 4 to 5 right now. I want to say 5, give or take, on the, behind the scene executive, tip. And it's going good, man. Things are going good, man. Contrary to my views, on YouTube, man. You got these guys that base your life and your success in boxing off of your views, right? All right, but I've been, since you want to do views, right? Let's stick with views. I think some of my stuff, you heard what I just said, my stuff, over millions of views, right? And this is one of them right here. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Don't be a hater right now. Just pay attention to a lot of stuff that I say. I know they say I talk too much, but no, I do too much, and I've been a part of too much. So maybe that's why I do. But pay attention to this.
Listen to the young people. Certified all over the game. Man, allow me to if you ain't Team Spence, then it don't make sense.
Man, did y'all hear that little girl? Did y'all hear? And shout out to her. She just had a birthday recently. Did y'all hear that young lady? That was Earl Spence's daughter, young Miss Blue. Blue Ivy, right? No, Blue Ivy, right? Saying sauce. If Team Spence, so it don't make sense. That, I think, was one of the first media marketing ploys to go viral, right? Because that's what you internet weirdos love, viral shit, right? That was sauce. That was sauce, man. This is some more sauce though, right here, man.
Let's go and see Kangaroo.
Appreciate that, T. Said that was a good interview. Thank you, T.
It was at this moment I knew Earl Spence was going to get beat up and his coach was incompetent.
Ain't no more hiding. You can't hide no more, dear.
High.
We'll find out who the best
Hey, man, listen. Only thing been high is
respect you for what you've done in the game.
Cheetos.
But you ain't ever went up against me or myself.
That's the only thing been high.
So you remember something.
What? Tell me what I got to remember.
We've been here before.
So you say
you're trying to get
no.
there.
No. You
all right? Wait. I can tell you how it is to be undisputed.
Wait. You can tell.
You can't tell me.
Listen, you also
sit back and watch this.
Wait, did Jamel tell you?
Sit back and watch this. I promise you something. I promise you something.
Hey man, listen, man. They gotta make a new weight for you. Super heavyweight. Keep talking about. We know
all that you talking don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
I can bump my guns at you. You can bump your guns at me. But at the end of the day, them two brothers got to get in the ring.
That's right.
All right, kid. So shut the up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, do y'all remember that, man? I gotta break this down for y'all.
Got it.
Shout out to Coach Green. Got it. Do y'all remember that, man? Y'all see, y'all be so just y'all are weirdos, man. Human nature. Y'all are weirdos, right? Y'all remember when I told y'all this shit, right? I was telling you about these guys, man. Because like I said, before I was the news by Shanewz, I was frontline Jackal Fitness reporter. But before that, I'm who I am. I've been around world champion fighters. Shout out to my family, Buddy McGirt, Junior Jones, all these guys, man, my whole life, right? And I said this guy was incompetent. But, you know, you guys listen to incompetence. YouTube, this was it's filled with. But I said this man was incompetent. And y'all want to, you know, classify me as a hater, as somebody that was mad because I couldn't go to his gym or I couldn't do interviews. Meanwhile, I've been in gyms all across this country. But it took, shout out to the brother Brian McIntyre. But it took Brian McIntyre, Bomac, to say you can't hide no more, Derek. And the July 29th massacre to take place, right? But if you really are a boxing fan, a content creator fan, not one of these weirdos that get on here and push narratives because you want to get your ass touched. Yeah, that's what you guys are doing. You guys are shaking your ass for $1, right? Strippers, you know, respectfully, right? But if you actually listen to content creators, real creators that are making content, I've been told you this guy was incompetent, right? Because, like I said, shout out to the Al Mitchells and the my brother and others now, right? Coaches, Bomac, Red, Saul. This guy told us that he does not watch film. And I put out content that, and I'm going to go run down that content, right? But I put out content and I was like, yo, I got to get in my Caribbean shit now. You're down fool. You're not studied. That is incompetence. That is incompetence. Because anybody professional, and this man is the coach of the year, and nobody said none of this shit to him. Like, yo, how are you the coach of the year and this grade A dude, but you don't study? You don't watch film. You don't watch fighters. You're incompetent. That's like me going to a damn job and, you know, I got to clear shit out. And they asked me, did you look over the plans? And I said, nah, I'm gonna just knock the shit down. I'm gonna just knock the shit down. And you know what the project supervisor might say to me? You're gonna knock shit down. Do you know what the structure and the floor plans are? Nah, I didn't do. Nah, I'm just here. Incompetence. How are you going to perform to the highest standard if you don't know what you're doing? That man was incompetent. But see, y'all are so just doofy and goofy and internet weirdos that y'all don't actually listen to real players in the game. But hey, what do I know? Shout out to Bomac and the crew for man, exposing that guy, man. You know, he was really incompetent, man. He was incompetent. told you. Man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. They mad.
Hey, sweetheart. Then I stop and say, hey, so when I stopped him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. On my mic. He stayed out my mic. He said he was not happy. Okay. Crazy. Because bad visitation hours, take your motherfucking ass to sleep. What the fuck he hit me with? He got my head falling off the box. Let's regroup. I thought we came to box. I didn't come to leave in the box. Don't do that. Stop all that grabbing, big fella.
What in the slow, stiff, flat-footed Spence happened? A hard head made a soft behind. Got him. Yo, what happened though, man? What happened, man? What did we witness, man? What did we witness, man? What did we witness July 29th? But see, some of us actually knew, right? Some of us knew, right? Some of us that actually study, that aren't incompetent, knew, right? Like this.
Doubt me again. They all the hate, everything y'all said about me, yeah. What did I say? Told you. The greatest. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. No gimmicks, just results. The news by Shanewz. I know what I'm talking about, man. This is just some programming today. You know, it's Sunday, man. Got a little time, you know. Hopefully y'all are, enjoying my live. You know, hopefully y'all are enjoying it. Man. I try to tell you guys, man, don't judge a book by its cover, man. Did Bowman just son Hater James? You be the judge. I respect you for what you've done in the game. But you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something. We've been here before. Been here.
You're trying to get there. All right? I can tell you how it is to be on the street. You can't tell me shit. Sit back and watch this.
Yeah, sit back and watch this. I can tell you what it's like to be a part of a fight team. I can tell you what it's like to shoot underneath the bright lights as media. I can tell you what it's like to be part of a national champion coaching staff. I can tell you what it's like to be the source experience. But y'all too busy worried about views. I can tell you what it's like to interview world champion fighters in person. I could tell you what it's like to be a part of securing fighters' situations. I could tell you. And that's what I do when I come on YouTube. But y'all talk about I talk too much. Nah, maybe it's I do too much. The news by Shanewz. Got him. Yes, Zaga, Yaga, you know the vibes. Let me say something about these internet characters. Yeah, they get mad at you for giving your opinion from your real page. But you know what they do? They go on a fake account and comment or try to throw an insult at you. So who's really the coward? The one that's hiding his hand throwing the stone, or the one that's throwing the stone basically giving his own opinion? But that's so good.
You know the vibes. Holla.
The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. You on Instagram watching fights. Or you just scrolling through like you ain't got a life. That's a poverty mindset. Rich people don't waste time. They don't watch a lot of
Man. Gems, hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce right there, man. That's all I could do, right? You know, that's all I could do is, you know, try to, you know, give you guys some positive, you know, positive messages at times, man. You know, I got 10 minutes left, and I've been on for 2 hours. This was a 2-hour programming, man. And I wanted to get to some classic interviews, but I didn't get around to doing that. Maybe I'll do another live on that another time. I got caught up in just giving you guys some gems. You know, just a couple of gems. Not too much. You know. Just a few gems, man. Guys was really upset at me over my boxing IQ and opinion of certain things. But you know, you live and you learn, right? I want to share this, right? If I was on the wave that I'm on now, right? Years ago, with the things that I do now, and, you know, structuring deals and, you know, having proper paperwork, man. You know, but you live and you learn, right? And I think everything that we go through in life is a learning experience, right? It's a learning experience. So I think a lot of the stuff that I did earlier basically groomed me for what I'm doing now. You know, it has. That's why when the Jihad Tucker situation came and things that are going on now, I was very well prepared. You know, very, very well prepared, man. You know, shout out to Charles Conwell. Here's some vintage sauce. You know what? I like this young man a lot, his family, all his brothers. He's fighting this Thursday. See if you know this guy.
You know the vibes is the sauce with the, let me get them all in here. The Mason mob right here. Shout out to the Cleveland, Ohio's finest, the Mason brothers. First off, man, shout out to Abdullah Mason, man, coming off a sensational performance on that big card, that Devin Haney card. Now you're back, you know, a little ways up the road, you know, Toledo, but all in all, Ohio, man. Just describe what it feels like to be fighting, you know, pretty much in your backyard, man.
Man, it's amazing. You know, I'm looking forward to, you know, my people coming out, watching me, you know, and them having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you got a lot of high praise, man. Shakur Stevenson, you know, one of your stablemate with J Prince Boxing speaks so highly on you. You have so many others speaking highly on you, saying that, you know, you're the next one, man. What does that feel like being so young and having guys that, you know, established like Shakur and speak highly on you?
I feel like I'm doing the right thing, you know, and I had the right people around me.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, shout out to Abdullah Mason, right? Quick backstory, right? I have shot ringside now, you know, a couple fighters. Abdullah Mason was the actual first fighter that I shot ringside. Yeah. That's what I said. I come on here, I talk shit, man. But I actually do shit. Abdullah Mason was the first fighter, right? Even before Jihad, because, you know, he fought before Jihad on the card. So technically, he's the first fighter that I shot ringside, you know, because I shot for him. I was able to be his ringside photographer.
Do you have a marker or a Sharpie?
Yes, it's in the car. Go get it. Yes. It's in the front seat.
Thank you.
Yes. He was actually the first fighter, And I felt the need to share that. And I have gone on to shoot many others ringside. But Abdullah Mason, man. And shout out to him, man. Shout out to this guy as well. Wise Owl Boxing. Stick with Ohio. Cleveland at that. East 99 is where you find me. Singing that, yeah, yo. Cleveland is the city where we come from. So run. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. But this is two of their future world champion fighters right here from Cleveland. Yes, this is the Source Talk Showtime Shanewz Media. See what I got. This man needs no introduction. Bad news, Cleveland, Ohio. Stand up, Charles Conwell. First off, thank you for your time, champ. You one of the top 154 guys, man. When your name comes across, that contract, a lot of people are avoiding that smoke, man. What do you think it is about, the dog in you, man, the former Olympian? Like, you have a high resume as far as the amateur background and the professional background. Why do you think a lot of these top guys are avoiding it?
High risk, low reward, man. I feel like the money they want ain't worth the actual thing they gonna get. So yeah, I think they avoid me because of that reason. And I don't know, man. I'm hungry. I'm strong. I'm smart. I just think they don't. It's a mix of everything. They don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? So if they take an L for me, they want $1 million.
Man, listen. I just gotta say, man. Watching this, listening to this is I love actually being on the scene and talking to the fighters like that, because that's how I initially started. Right? I used to speak with a lot of these fighters, right, and come back around the way and share my experiences, right? And a lot of the naysayers used to be like, "Oh, you're lying," right? So about 12 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to start recording this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to start recording. Because these dudes are like YouTube. That's why I come on YouTube and I front on niggas. Because a lot of you niggas that's what you guys are. Y'all talk about boxing every day, B. And then you hate on and you be jealous, secretly fans are the ones that actually do it. Now, I've been doing that right there for over 12 years. 12 years, right? Prior to that, longer than that. But I started like actually documenting and putting in the work like this 12 years ago, right? But now you see where it's at, man. Not only do I do that, I also consult. I'm a part of a professional fight team. Shout out to my nephew. I'm the media marketing age. I wear a lot of hats. But I love talking to the fighters like that, especially the official solid, not official fragile, official solid stand-up guys like Charles Conwell and Abdullah Mason and many other young fighters. Like I more so cater to the younger guys because, like I said, I've been doing this over 12 years. A lot of the older guys that I came in with, for various reasons, wasn't official. They were backstabbers, snakes, rodents, weasels. It's well documented. But I love the younger guys because a lot of the guys that I, followed through the amateurs, now they are coming into their own. And to see that, and to see that a lot of them not change up and still be stand up and official, is always a good thing. And I just share some of my experiences. And I always say, don't be an internet weirdo, right? Because the one thing about me, I never was an internet weirdo guy. I was a fan, still am to this day. I was a fan that was blessed with the opportunity to be around fighters and coaches. And then I presented this to the internet 5 years ago, right? When I started my platform, my YouTube channel. But 7 years prior to that, I was always on the scenes, actively doing things. Like I said, I know what YouTube, from being a media marketing agent, I know what YouTube is about. It's about gimmicks, internet weirdos, Fake it till you make it. I've never been faking it. I've been doing this for 12 years. It's nothing fake about what you do in real life. Hopefully y'all are catching this sauce and y'all enjoyed this Sunday programming, right? Like, share, and subscribe, man. We're going to close out with a little humor because I always love to share. You know, humor with you guys, right? I've been to, over the past 4 years now, Jahad's going on 4 years as a pro, right? No, 3, a little over 3, right? Don't want to rush it. I've been to a lot of different cities, documenting these experiences and having fun, right? And I always, every city we go to, we always do like a little funny skit, have a little fun. And a lot of times lately, I've been able to share these experiences with my children, whether it is my daughter or you know, my nephews. Me and Bam Bam been rode out together. Marley, remember? Come on now. I told y'all what Marley was 4 years ago when he was 10 years old, and we was riding up and down the Las Vegas Strip. Fast forward now, he's a 3-time national champion. But these are experiences that I have been able to share with my family along the way. This is a real funny one right here. I want y'all to catch the sauce, right? This is what we do. We have fun, man. On top of the morning, y'all. Downtown Toledo. The can of wildfire smokes is still coming in. Don't mind Coltrane in the back snoring. I'm an early riser. Day 2, here comes the weigh-in. Almost that time. You know the vibes. Coach Reem was in the back, sounding like a young grizzly bear. Just the snoring away, man. That was funny, man. I put the phone by her. She was knocked out, man. I get up early, man. I'm an early riser, man. You know, I'm an early riser. Yeah, so we had it too. Yeah, T. Yo, T, you gotta think, right? Not for nothing. It is, yo, T, look, it is 2023, right? 2023, T, right? It's 2023. 6-7 years ago, we was doing the podcast, T. But remember the early podcasts before we even jumped on YouTube? That was 6 years ago. We was going to the studio. Remember we was renting the studio and we was only doing it once a week, T? That was like 6 years ago. That was 6 years ago, bro. That was 6 years ago, T. Word, 6. He said, I remember that live stream. You was. Yo, remember the other one? I didn't get down to that one. So remember the other one when I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you picked out the outfit? You picked the outfit out. You got the stylist, the UK stylist credit. You got the stylist UK credit for the Tulsa. When we was in Tulsa, and I was like, what should I wear? Should I rock the Jordans or the LeBrons? Fight night. You know me, I like to work the fights in sweatpants, man, because I be on the move, bro. I gotta be active. I know my wife and them be wanting me to rock blazers and all that shit. Like for what? Like I gotta be able to move. I'm snapping pictures. I'm getting content. Goddamn, I need to be comfortable, man. Now I mean, give me a nice Nike sweater or Reebok sweater. You know, some comfortable, sweat so I can move around, man. So I'll be running back and forth from the locker room to the floor and all kind of shit. The blazer look. I tell you what, I retire the blazer once my kids are of age, and CEO and the size on deck as the photographer. Then I rock the blazer with some Cardi frames or something, then. Because then I could just chill, right? You know what I'm saying? Right now, I can't afford to chill because I'm working. Yeah, T was, man. We've been at it for a long time, man. That's why I don't get these weirdos, man. These niggas be wanting the internet viral success, and then they be mad because they be like, "Yo, well, nobody watch that guy. We don't fuck with him." You don't have to, man. I got real life stats, brother. You niggas is on the internet talking box with a whole bunch of other weirdo niggas that probably never even been to one fight. You know what I'm saying? Never been to a fight, man. But I appreciate everybody that stopped through, that was vibing with us today. This was just some programming. Feel free to share the content. Feel free to spread the word. Because like I said, we got a lot more coming, a lot more fighters on the deck. And like I said, man, you got skills, we get deals, man. Don't be a sucker your whole life, man. If you really about that, like I said, that fight offer's done. Don't last long, man. That fight, remember, I put the fight offer out there, right? Shout out to Muscle. He has an opponent. It don't last, man. It don't last, man. Somebody's going to jump on the opportunity because everybody's not an internet weirdo. Some of us really do things. On the road to riches and diamond rings, real brothers do real things. Somebody was willing to take that fight because that is an opportunity to become something and be something. But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that stopped through. Let's get some of the new drops up. I got drops now, man. Shout out to LL Cool Shy. The ladies love Cool Shy. Shout out to all the ladies that send me the drops. I'll get them out there. You know what we do over here. The news by Shanewz.
This is the news by Shanewz. This is the news by Shanewz.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.